everybody. Welcome back to Brooke and my group, day 2 of summer camp. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Yeah? How was your other 2 sessions so far?
Okay.
They're okay.
Okay, well, we like to keep things fun in here, so we're gonna plan to have some fun today. So why don't we start, I know these can be long days, why don't we start by reviewing what we learned yesterday during our first session?
So, we're going to review the zones of regulation. Does anyone remember what those are? Raise the hands.
Oh,
Somebody?
Cool, Ryan.
Ryan? All right, what was the first zone you remember?
Green.
Green.
Ooh, what's the feeling for green zone?
Calm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Calm is a good one.
Allie, you're wearing green. Is there another emotion that goes with green?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. What about you, Rachel? Do you remember anything?
I remember blue. That
Okay,
was
Ooh,
great.
blue.
sad.
Yeah. Sad or even like bored.
Yeah, embarrassed. You can kind of feel a little blue because it makes you feel really uncomfortable and sad.
Yeah.
Red means mad.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Frustrated, angry. And then what's that last zone? What's another color?
I think it was yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
You look a little yellow right now, Allie. So what is
Yellow?
yellow?
What? Anxious? Maybe? I don't know.
It does mean anxious. You were doing something with your tongue which kind of seemed silly to me. So yellow can also be silly.
Yeah, I remember that now.
So there's 4 zones. We have green, blue, red, well red should go last, and yellow. And we want to keep those in mind because is it normal for us to go from green to red or from blue to yellow sometimes? Yeah. It's okay to feel all of the different zones because we're human, right? But the important thing is getting out of those zones, or if we're in the red zone or the yellow zone, like some things we can do to help us get back into the green zone of feeling good and feeling calm. So today,
We're going to incorporate all of those emotions into talking about, here it comes, accepting change.
I
So,
don't like that.
yeah, change.
it's a good thing to learn then.
Change can be difficult, and we're going to be learning about the different types of change and what it means for change.
One time, my mom moved me all the way to California from New York.
Oh,
Okay, so she moved you all the way across the country. What zone do you think you were feeling in that instance?
I was probably a blue because I was sad to leave my friends.
Okay, what other zone maybe was Allie feeling, Ryan?
Maybe upset that she had to leave.
Yeah, it sounds like it was probably a mix of both red and blue, which again is normal to almost be in multiple zones at once. So we're going to talk about those zones that we will feel with change, and hopefully give you guys some good strategies to deal with change. Because we still have to deal with change on like a daily basis.
What?
Yeah, change is a normal part of life, so we're gonna
we're gonna talk about some changes that we kind of expect that are probably going to be coming, and then also some ones that kind of throw a wrench into our day, like finding out we're moving across the country that we really weren't expecting. So we're going to talk about expected changes and then also some of those unexpected changes and what we can do about them. Yes, Ryan?
I like change because you learn new things.
oh,
Well, that's a very good way of looking at change.
nice mindset. Yeah. So we're gonna break you guys off into some smaller groups so that we can really just kind of have one-on-one, two-on-two lessons. So we will go ahead and divide. Maybe Rachel and Allie, you can go with Brooke, and then Ryan and
Guadalupe, who's in the bathroom.
she can
When she
go
comes
with
back.
me.
Perfect.
How's that sound?
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we're going to begin today's topic kind of just talking about what change is. So let's see. Ryan, go ahead and read this slide.
Change means something different happens. Sometimes the different thing is good.
Yeah, so change can be a really good thing in some instances. So I'm going to pick on Ryan because I know that you like dogs. So what's happening in this first picture?
It looks like maybe they're adopting a dog.
Yeah, and then judging by their facial expressions, how do you think they feel?
They look really happy. I
Yeah.
would be happy too.
Yeah, so you probably would be feeling which zone if this happened?
Green?
Oh, green. There could also be another one, Guadalupe. What would be another zone?
Maybe yellow?
Yeah, so yellow can almost be like super excited.
Okay, then yellow. I would be yellow.
yeah.
Yeah.
You might be, because I know that you love dogs.
Yeah.
What about this next picture, Guadalupe? What do you think's happening there?
Well, there's a man who's happy. Maybe he's at an interview?
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too, just looking at how they're interacting. It looks like they might be at an interview. And I heard you say that they looked happy. So do you think that this guy wants this job?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably for him, he's like, oh man, I want a new job.
Mhm.
So this would be a good change. And then this one, what's happening there, Ryan?
It looks like maybe they're moving.
Yes, and then Guadalupe, do they look happy to be moving or not so happy?
They look happy.
Yeah, that little boy's face has a pretty big smile on it. So in this case, them moving is a good change. That's a great segue though, because Allie was telling us earlier that she had to move.
She was sad.
Yeah, she didn't look like this boy. She looked pretty upset. So that transitions us into sometimes change can be a bad thing. So Guadalupe, what's happening in this photo?
Changes. Now we're going to talk about some things that are bad changes. So what kind of change do you think this is?
Doesn't look too good.
It doesn't look good. This is a bad change. Do you think that the man, what zone do you think that the man is in?
Red.
Red? Why do you think he's in the red zone?
Because bad sometimes means that you get mad.
Oh, that's a good way of looking at it. So sometimes bad changes make you feel really mad.
Yeah, they make me feel mad.
Oh, that's a very good way to connect with this. And Rachel, how about this one? Is this a good change or a bad change?
bad.
That's a bad change.
Really sick.
And what zone would you say that she is in right now if she's sick?
Maybe like a blue zone.
I would say blue.
Blue? Why would you guys say blue?
Because, I don't know. It's sad to be sick.
Yeah. When I'm sick, I'm feeling pretty sad because I just have to lay on the couch all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel pretty uncomfortable, huh?
Yeah.
So we talked about some good changes and then some bad changes. So now we're gonna talk about these new words that we've never heard before. Unexpected and expected change.
I think I heard those words before.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about them today and figure out ways to, what are we gonna do when we're stuck in those? Okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, so now that we all know that change can be good or bad, we're going to divide it even further. So then change can be expected. So Guadalupe, go ahead and read us what expected change is.
Okay, some things we know are coming. These are called expected changes. These may be changes that always happen, or a person has told us the change was coming.
Ooh. So I'm personally a fan of expected change because you can kind of prepare for it. So Ryan, what are the 3 examples we have here?
The leaves change
Yeah, or the seasons.
and the weather
Mhm.
changes. People graduate from school,
Yeah.
and we have, my school, we have winter breaks too.
Yeah, so all of these examples, guys, are things that we can kind of mark on the calendar and we know they're coming. So at the end of each season, we know the next one, for example, the next season we'll be in is winter. So we can kind of start to prepare for that. Or let's say at the end of the school year, you guys are going to be moving on to high school, and that's going to have some big change coming, but you know it's coming. It's on the calendar, you're graduating. Or we get a winter break soon. Or even Thanksgiving break. So we can really start to prepare for those things, make plans. So those tend to be easier. Why don't we try to just think of 2 other examples of expected changes?
Well, my mom's pregnant.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So I know that I'm gonna have a baby brother.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with pregnancy, that's 9 months of planning up for your baby brother to come. So you can get the room ready or kind of throw your mom a fun baby shower, things like that. Anything else?
My birthday's next week.
Ooh, that's a nice expected change.
Yeah, I'm excited to turn a year older.
Yeah, so each year we know that we're going to turn older, so we can kind of prepare for that. So we have expected change, and there's another type of change. And what do we think that might be called?
Unexpected.
Ooh, nicely done, Ryan. Yes, so we have unexpected change. And so, Guadalupe, go ahead and read this one more time.
Some changes we do not know.
All right, guys, so now we're going to be talking about the unexpected changes. So, Allie, can you go ahead and read me what unexpected change means?
I don't like to read.
All right, we'll have Rachel do it, and then you can do the examples for us down here.
Some changes we do not know about. They are surprises and they are called unexpected changes.
Very good. So these are things that we don't know about. So, Allie, can you go ahead and tell us what this first example is?
Your teacher is out for the day.
So is that something that we usually expect for our teacher to be gone?
Where'd she go?
We don't know. And that's part of it, is it's very unexpected. So who do we have to have teach our class then?
A sub.
A sub. And is that something that we like usually?
I do.
I don't.
Sometimes? Oh. Yeah, and so how would that make you feel, Allie, when you have a sub and your teacher is not there for the day?
Probably anxious.
Anxious?
Yeah.
So a little bit in the yellow zone?
I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
They're strangers.
Yeah, and sometimes unexpected changes don't make us feel very good. So can we go ahead and talk about, what is the second one that might be an unexpected change?
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Because do we know those are coming?
No.
No. I don't know why they call them pop quizzes, but they're always a surprise. And so that's another type of unexpected change that we're not really anticipating in our day.
It's
And
not
then-
a good one.
The last one is change in weather. So have you guys ever looked outside and been like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a sunny day, and then halfway through your day it starts raining and you don't have a jacket?
Yeah.
That's an unexpected change. And especially for people that like to be prepared, that probably makes them feel very uncomfortable. So if we're we're gonna brainstorm. What are some unexpected changes that have happened to you guys? Allie, I know you mentioned one earlier. If you want to share that one again.
Yeah, I had to move.
You had to move, and that was pretty unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
Oh, you found out one day, and then you're moving.
one day the truck just came, and I didn't know.
Yeah, so that's a very unexpected change, and that's a really big unexpected change too.
Yeah.
And how about you, Rachel? Are there
lied to me?
your mom lied to you?
Yeah. I think she did.
All right, guys. So now that we've talked about expected and unexpected changes, here's something we can do when an unexpected change comes around and we're really not ready for it. One of our strategies we can use is to make a reminder note. And that's to write down, once we find out this unexpected change, is to write it down. So that way, like, if you know at the end of the day your mom told you, oh, your grandma's picking up today and that's really unexpected, that doesn't usually happen, just make a little note, and that way anytime you're feeling anxious about it or you are forgetting because it's not your usual routine, you can just look at it and it can kind of help you with calming down and feeling a little bit better about the unexpected situation. Are there any ways that you can do a reminder note?
That's a good idea. I talk to my mom still almost weekly to kind of just feel like I have a center, someone who supports me. So talking to your best friend is a great idea as well.
Yeah, I like talking to my best friend. She's very nice and she listens to me when I'm sad sometimes.
Well, that's an excellent friend. And that's a great strategy. So keep that in your toolbox. Even the last ones can be a really good one. Is you can take a break.
All right, so now we're into an activity where we kind of get up and moving since it is summer camp. So I wanted more of a visual to show you guys that we can like or dislike expected change and unexpected change. That's kind of a mouthful, so just follow along for a second. We're gonna get in a single file line right here, so maybe Rachel up front, Allie bring it on forward, great. And I'm gonna name a change. This time we're gonna do an expected change. I'm gonna name one, and if you like the change, go over here. And if you don't like the change, hop on over here. So this is an expected change and it's happening next weekend. We're gonna be changing our clocks so that it's darker sooner. If you like this change, hop on over here. If you don't like it, move on over here. All right. Guadalupe, you moved pretty quickly. Why don't you like this change?
I don't like it because I don't like changing my clock.
Okay. Yeah, we need to change all the clocks in the house.
I don't like that.
yeah, that can be annoying. But Ryan, why do you like this change?
I like it because when I wake up, it's really light.
It's
I
really
like to
light.
wake up early.
Oh, that's true. That kind of makes getting out of bed easier.
Mhm.
All right, so this way we can see that it's an expected change, but it doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna like it. 3 of us don't like this change. So let's try again, and we'll just ignore that. Try again. Back to the center, folks. We can do this. And we're gonna do an example. I know, excuse me, that's mine. We're gonna do an example of unexpected change. So let's see. Ooh. I know, technology's wild, isn't it? So this time, same thing. If you like this unexpected change, go over here. If you don't like it, go over here. So your mom or dad comes to pick you up today, and instead of going home and playing video games that you love to play, your mom or dad tells you, we're going out for ice cream. Do we like this change or do we not like this change? All right, Allie, so this is unexpected though. You're not following your normal routine, but why do you like this?
Ice cream tastes good.
Yeah, and it's summer, so it's
My
a lot.
favorite is chocolate.
Okay, what's your favorite ice cream, Rachel?
Cookie dough.
Oh, that's a good one. Guadalupe?
Rocky Road.
Oh, that's a
That
good
has
one
chocolate
too.
in it.
But hold on, guys. We have one person who didn't like this change.
What?
Ryan, what's up with?
I like video games.
Oh,
I'd rather play video games.
then do the ice cream.
Well, that's-
So see, this activity just kind of helps us see that we can like and dislike both types of changes. All right, so we'll just keep doing some more, and then we have about 5 minutes left, and then we can break for snack and restroom breaks. All right, let's keep going.
My snack. I have goldfish today.